Hey guys, we're here watching the Nintendo E3 press conference, but we're a little too drunk now. So
again, third time. Hold up, wait, you sound a little bit low. Let me see if I
do
can
I sound low? It's probably because I turned my mic down. I turned my mic down a little bit. You want me to turn it up? You want me to turn my headphones up for everybody up in here? That's good.
Turn my headphones up. Yeah,
that's good for you.
Turn it up a little bit.
A little bit more.
Yeah, because you
want to hear these people to hear my voice? Yeah, I know it sounds sexy. Disclosure.
In a robe?
In a robe.
Nothing sexier than a black man in a robe.
That's what Riley Weed would say. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. How did you feel about like Wii Motion Plus?
You know,
like this whole spiel that they're doing on right now, because I think this is the year of like Wii Motion Plus, Wii U, 3DS. I want to say I think this was a year that like everybody's like, wow, Nintendo won, but it's really only because they announced hella new technology.
I almost want to say I didn't feel a difference, but with some games I was like, okay, that makes sense. But I feel like you can't do that with peripherals. Like you gotta come out swinging. You know, how are you gonna like make a better version of the main gimmick of your thing? You know what I mean? Like it just felt really confusing to me. Did you have the Wii Motion Plus controllers?
Yeah, I actually went out and bought Wii Sports Resort just to get the Wii Motion Plus so I could play Red Steel 2 of all games.
I think I had like 2 regular ones, and then I had
the ones that are like built
Motion
in.
Plus. Yeah, the ones that are built in.
Yeah,
but I remember just being annoyed. I was like, seriously? Because then like I only wanted to play with that one, and then people would come over. I'm like, hey, I want that one. You know,
you gotta stick a thingy in my bob, man.
Yeah,
and so an extra little doohickey.
Yeah,
and honestly, Skyward Sword didn't even really play like this for real. Skyward Sword is one of the like if there's any Boulder Legend of Zelda game, I feel like Skyward Sword is the one.
Really?
Yeah,
I want to say Twilight Princess.
Nah, no? Niggas love Twilight Princess. They just don't like the wolf stuff, but like niggas love Twilight Princess. Like people didn't like Wind Waker when it first came out, but then they played it and was like, okay, yeah, I get it.
You were a pretty like big Wii guy though, right? You played a lot of Wii.
Yeah. I played mostly the mainline titles on the Wii, except for Mario. But like, yeah, I pretty much played like everything on Wii. And Skyward Sword.
Do you remember a game, Deadly Creatures, on the Wii?
Yes, and it had like the cool gyroscope camera controls when you would go like as a spider and go around like the crevices of the can and shit.
I feel like more games. There needs to be like a whole genre of like games where you get to play like as insects. I love that shit. Or like a snake. It's so cool.
You know, it's funny you say that. I know of 2 open world survival PvP games where you play as little people. Like those games like Ark Survival and Rust and stuff like that, where it's like you like those like mature Minecrafts essentially.
Yeah, my adult Minecraft.
Yeah, it's 2 of those. It's like I know it's Grounded is one, and I forgot. There's a name of another one I saw, but it was literally the same thing where it's like, yeah, I hunt beetles and make armor out of them, and I'm like as tall as shorter than a blade of grass, and I fight ants and shit. Ants honestly are like very terrifying when you think about it. Like if
because they can lift like 1,000 times their own weight.
No. Like if you were that size and you saw a swarm of ants running towards you, you would shit your pants.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you know, like in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You know, you could tame the ant, and it can be your steed.
All right,
you know.
Pim.
You know, I remember actually watching this and being unimpressed. When I first saw it, I was like,
Yeah, even Miyamoto's like, somebody's getting fired, bro.
he was just like, hey, this isn't working as well as I thought it was going to.
He said, bro, I thought I QA'd this before. I'd have said I was going to demo it. Come on.
Oh my god.
You see how much shit? This is why Skyward Sword is one of the worst ones, bro. This is why it's butter. Because it's all these fucking gimmicks. Then you gotta fly the fucking pilot wing. You know what?
Skip. Whoa. Skip. skill.
I do love the Zelda music though. Like this gets me hyped. Dun, bun, bun, bun.
You can't not feel like you're going on an adventure listening to Zelda OST.
Yeah. I listen to this on my way to work every morning.
As I swerve through traffic.
Yeah, exactly. as I'm acting like the main character. This is gonna be the most selling. Actually, the PS2 is still the highest selling console, right? And then after that, I think it's the Wii and then the Switch. I think. I don't know.
You asked the wrong person, bro. I don't know no facts.
Yeah, you do. You say some random shit sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, that was a fact.
That's true.
You be dropping nuggets.
Did you know
and
Reggie
like, oh,
Fils-Aimé was actually one of the
Did you know that he got a divorce and this was him?
He did used to work at Pizza Hut. I do know that. Like he used to be like he was like a CEO or some shit over. Not the CEO, but he was like one of the big niggas over at Pizza Hut.
See, you know trivia.
I know trivia. I'm a OC trivia guy. This is another Boulder Mario. We getting our Boulder Zelda and our Boulder Mario. Have you ever heard of this game? I want you to take a quick guess before they show the title what this game is called, and I guarantee you're going to get it right.
I know. I've actually never. I've seen.
Take a wild
shit.
guess what the fuck this game, what the name of
Mario
this game is.
All Stars.
That's a really good guess. That's a really good guess. I'm gonna give
Mario. You what the fuck? Olympics? Mario. What the fuck? Basketball?
It's Mario Sports Mix. I'm sorry. It's Mario Sports.
Oh my! I've never heard of this game.
Exactly.
And why does Sports Mix look so generic? The font?
Because it is. It was made by Square Enix, I think. I want to say it was made by Square Enix. Because they also made. It's funny you said fucking trivia and look at me dropping fucking trivia.
Okay. Oh, you think you could go up and talk like this, like Reggie?
Fuck no.
You think you have these skills? No. As you struggle with the back of the rack intro.
That all those casual Wii owners don't buy games.
Wow.
But somehow
he's fucking throwing.
Sold for Wii in the 43 months since
Elise says hi, by the way.
Tell her I said hello.
Over the same launch period. Then there's a recent NPD study showing that Wii owners actually play their systems more often than other owners.
Talk that shit.
Wow.
And at the same time, according to the research firm Ipsos, nearly as many people intend to buy a Wii in the next 6 months as the other two home platforms combined.
Let these niggas know. He said, bro, we got the casuals. Get out of here.
Yeah, well, that's like apples and oranges. Like, no one, that's apples and oranges.
That is
I
true.
feel like,
because the Wii is a very, you're only getting this to, play Wii. I'm getting a Wii to play Wii. Wii Party. Mario Party. Yeah, bro. This is the dark ages of Nintendo, bro. And I remember all these shits. I used to have all these shits, bro. It's just Mario Party, but with Mii's. Literally.
Was it good, though?
No.
For all intents and purposes, the Wii was not a traditional gaming console.
It wasn't. And that's what's so weird about it, is that
it was like an at-home arcade. Like, people weren't that accepting of games yet in 2010. So the way people were perceiving the Wii was just like, oh, it's like this get up and be active. Like, you see all these people just moving, and so anybody can do it. It wasn't like a hardcore gamers what we think of consoles. So it's so funny that he's bragging about how it's sold. It's it's not real. I mean, it is a game console, but people did not perceive it that way. They really marketed it as a whole different more active lifestyle kind of thing, and a lot of people bought into that.
Yeah, Wii Fit, the Wii balance board.
There's always
my mom used to do Zumba every day. She would come home and play on the Wii and play Zumba.
Yeah,
That's like her
that's
workout.
crazy.
Were you like a DS GBA kid?
More PSP, but I did have a Game Boy Color that I played a lot of games on. Game Boy Advance too. But I never got a DS until like after I was like hardcore PSP. I got it later on. But
Yeah, the DS. Well, I wouldn't say the DS had some sleepers.
nigga, I remember this kid in middle school came to school with like the blue clamshell one, the first
Oh
DS.
no, the fat boy.
Yeah, dude, I was like, yo, I actually don't even want that. As cool as it is, like you bringing that to school, and then it also had that feature where like you just close it
And then
and like
that bitch, and then it'd be
yeah,
like,
like yeah, like it would be in a sleep mode, which was like the first kind of like introduction to that mechanic
yeah.
or feature in like portables, which is cool. It's like, oh, I don't have to like turn it off completely.
Are they really showing a interest meeting, interest
What is
group?
this?
What are those things called when they like have a bunch of people as an interest group?
It's not
Interest group. Test group. I don't know.
Focus group.
Focus group. There we go. They're just showing focus group footage for the GoldenEye reboot.
So like, if you think this is bad, now you know why, because all these fucking niggas didn't know what they wanted.
They were like, GoldenEye's back? Cool, man. And when they didn't even play GoldenEye, they just heard about the shit.
I know, right? Because we're getting to that point now where a lot of younger gamers have never played the 64 version of GoldenEye.
I've never played the 64 version of GoldenEye.
That I stand corrected. That's so ugly that you haven't played that game.
By the time those 64s was out, like we had a PlayStation. Well, my dad was a Dreamcast nigga. So like by the time I could remember games, it was Dreamcast, and then by the time I could play games, it was PlayStation 2. Like I did play SNES. Like I vividly remember playing like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on there.
Oh yeah,
and, like, Zombie.
So
Ate
did
My
I played that
Neighbors.
too.
But like other than that, like that was kind of like the whatever, give it to that nigga. He can't fuck it up. It's so simple. It's not disc.
Right.
He can play those games. It was like that when I was a Tyler and I didn't know no fucking better.
That's something I have nostalgia for that you don't, which is weird because it was before you were born, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was probably like 8, so you must have been 3 roughly when I was like playing. Like I remember spending the night at my friend's and he had GoldenEye and Pokemon Stadium on the 64 and like just being blown away. Like this is so fun. Like Pokemon Snap. You didn't play any of those?
Nah. I did play Pokemon Stadium, but that was like older. My earliest gaming memories of like my own or like being at somebody else's house was like NBA Street Volume 1, Kingdom Hearts, and Budokai on PlayStation 2.
The newer stuff.
It's crazy, bro. This man.
Didn't someone in the Discord say that they wanted us to play Epic Mickey 2 or something for a boater?
Yeah, Epic Mickey is, bro. It's made by Warren Spector. This dude made Deus Ex and Thief. He is the one that coined the name immersive sim, by the way, because he has like, I don't know why it's so weird that like, how did this nigga make Epic Mickey? Like, how did Disney be like, yeah, bro, get Warren Spector, bro?
Yeah, especially the type of game Epic Mickey is, you would think that.
And the kind of games that he makes, like he's notorious for always talking about like if you can't give the players multiple choices, like
right,
there's no point in making like that a feature or a mechanic or in the game. Don't design it in the game if you can't allow the player to have emergent gameplay and shit like that.
Yeah, I would. This could definitely be a boater title, I guess. Would it be boater, or is this like too well known?
It is. Like how Spectrobes is boater, but like hella people know it. Like it's the same studio, it's the same people.
The whole fandom that came after us on that.
Yeah, bro. This is the Disney one. You need to go back and play Spectrobes, bro. You need to.
But this is a platformer. Looks like, right? Like almost like a mascot platformer almost.
Essentially, yeah. And then they have like this paintbrush, like they've been showing that you can like erase and like add shit and.
He's managed to work his way into the hearts of a lot of hardened gamers.
You saw that little point to the chest he did?
And
He
hasn't
said,
had
bro,
a starring
I'm a
role in
Kirby
the
man.
Nintendo-
Everyone's favorite Metroid.
The other boater! We getting more boater titles!
This game was so
It's fucking cool. I know, right?
I haven't played the entire thing, but I played like the first hour and I was like, this is special.
Bro, this shit
was
is
clean.
so fucking cool, bro. And niggas try to rag on it because it was so much. Honestly, but to be fair, I haven't played it.
Yeah, we
I
haven't
have
played it
not
fully.
played it since it came out. But
Maybe season 4.
Maybe.
Because we're pretty much booked up for the
We're booked
season.
up.
We're booked.
But this shit
Call,
was not.
have my people call your people, and we'll let them
We'll
know
schedule
when we can
something.
fit this in. Yeah, we'll schedule something exactly. Yeah, but this is the problem with fandoms, though. Is like when they start to change things, people are
That's
like,
true.
"Fuck this."
Because Metroid Prime, even though it was first person, was still essentially Metroid. So it was nothing really different. But like, this one was more narrative. But like, this one had story, backstory. Here's her origin.
Hey, you see that nigga in the crowd? He's just like, "Oh no."
Yeah, I don't know if he was asleep when he was trying to play it off and be like, bro, I'm just.
He's like, "Fuck."
I would do that sometimes during long speeches. I would pretend like I'm falling to fall asleep. I would like put my hand on my head and like rub like this. Like, nah, bro, I got a headache.
To make it look like you're just fucking stressed about what they're saying. Like, this stressing me out.
It's
Bro.
stressing me out, low-key. I'm asleep. Damn, bro, this is really the boater. This is the boater year, bro.
As you know,
For Nintendo. I can't even remember Xbox. I remember Sony, but I don't remember
I was
Xbox.
too drunk for it. I was so
Shut
drunk,
the
it feels like another week.
we asked them to
How? No. We'd only had like 3 drinks at that point, and we were still like blackout somehow. I can't remember a single thing from the Xbox
I don't
one.
remember anything. I don't even think we talked about the conferences, to be honest with you.
For the Xbox one, no.
And that's okay,
I-
because they were boring as shit.
other direction, far into the future of gaming. It was Super Mario 64 that first moved us into fully rendered game.
He stumbled.
Oh, let's go.
He stumbled.
He folded.
Reggie.
Let's go.
Nice try, Reggie.
They didn't
knew. I
win
was
this
like,
year.
There's just no way you can get through this whole thing so smoothly, but he stumbled.
They ain't win this year.
Yeah, exactly. The 3DS is really cool to me, I will say.
The 3DS
Like-
was really cool. I fuck
Like,
with
I
the
don't care.
3DS.
Like, the whole 3D, I loved, like, the whole, just being able to turn it up just a little bit or fully. Like, a slider.
I always had mine
like-
off.
Did you?
Because
I-
I have glasses, so like my glasses, I don't know why, but like it really never really work for me. It just gave me headaches, so I just turned it off. I love how he just casually is just like, yeah, bro, here's a new system.
Yeah. Here it is.
Here it is, bro, new system. Fucking Euclid. Okay. How did Euclid discover 3D in 275 BC if the whole world isn't like? How did he just say that's 3-dimensional?
He discovered the Z dimension. There's the X axis and the Y axis, and he's like,
But there's
May
something
I
in front
posit?
of me.
yeah, it's like the Z axis.
There's some shit to the side of me. There's some shit in front of and
Front-
above me. But there's got to
And
be
now
some
there's-
shit in front of me. It's a third axis.
Yep. He was the only one. Everybody was fucking drunk off wine and grapes and whatever the fuck they were.
It was like, what are you talking about? 3D, bruh? Like,
He's a nigga. Come over here.
we need
Just-
more
let's get
wine
fucked
and
up.
whores and slaves. We're about to go to war in 3 days, so are you ready?
So you're ready? You're talking about a third dimension? No.
We're fighting for our lives against our neighboring city.
Euclid.
Euclid, please.
Euclid, just shut up, please, for once. I have to say that the whole dark, like, theater aesthetic that they have going on the stage is a little like Sony and not Nintendo.
Yeah,
You know, like the
it's a
red.
little too sexy.
Yeah,
like
it's a
what
little
they're talking
it's too,
about.
too seductive.
Why have they not made a new one of these? They literally
Uprising.
made one game. But I
Yeah,
feel
this is a
like,
game I want to get.
yeah, like I feel like Kid Icarus should have I feel like it should have a Switch game by now.
There's probably data that tells him that he's not like a big seller.
I guess.
Because this is his second outing, right? Doesn't he have another game before this?
Yeah, back on like the NES.
Yeah, and they were like, yeah, we're just not enough
But to be
people.
fair, it was enough to get him into Smash Brothers. And then they made this game because people liked him in Smash Brothers. And people seem to, from what I gathered,
Fair
people
enough, fair enough.
seem to like this game a lot. It was just the fact that it was on 3DS and not like a console experience that like a lot of people were like, nah.
Oh, the studio that made it shut down. So they were probably like, didn't make their money back. And they were like, cool. 2 years later, they shut down, yeah.
That's actually crazy. Yeah, Nintendo was probably like, nah. You know, I appreciate whatever year it was when Sony came out and everybody else was doing this shit that they're doing now. Where they're like, hey, these are our numbers and we're going to explain to you without showing you what we're talking about. And we would have to sit there and be like, oh my God, please just show me.
We didn't know better at the time. It's like, well, this is what we got, E3.
Yeah, like now I can appreciate these because I'm like, yeah, you know, I do like hearing about the cubic quad metrics of the system and how many teleflops, sig hack, and the graphics.
Teleflops.
But like, as a kid,
check this out.
You were kind of like, where's the next fucking trailer?
Sakurai's wife, Michiko, has worked on the graphical user interface for many of his games, including Kirby Air Ride, Medios, and the Super Smash Bros. Series.
Makes sense.
There you go.
He's like, yeah, bro.
That's cool.
Cats! Oh my God, and cats! Oh my God, that's so cool! Oh my God, I was wanting to dogs and cats. Rest in peace to all the dogs that are stuck on cartridges that are just lost forever. I like that they still do this, even in 2011. I like that we can skip 7 years into the future and developers are still doing like these testimonials, being like, "Wow, man, the hardware in the system is just incredible. Love it." It's like, okay, then show me what you were making with it. Then how about that?
Let me ask you something. Do you think that they shot this on a green screen and then edited it white in post, or is it completely white room? Or a white background.
Maybe I think it's a white background. I feel like that's easier. That's such a vague statement.
Yeah, games in general will evolve into something completely different. You couldn't be more nondescript and nebulous.
I could say that same shit and it would be true in 10 years. The fuck?
It's like, well, what do you mean not completely different? Like,
oh, that's it? I like that.
I'd
like that they did this wrap up at the end to like remind me of all the shit.
In case everybody was like falling asleep.
Yeah.
Or someone was stressed in the audience. Like
stressed man sleeping.
Yeah.
And a 3DS.
Dude, I wish I could public speak like that, man.
Publicly transform. Publicly speaking.
Like that would be fucking.
Honestly, if you could do this, like this would be like the coolest shit you could. Like I would just want you to talk at all times. Like this is like some shit that like a boss. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have a meeting like at work and like you say something very prevalent, and you're like, you know, the work to life balance is really not good because I got to pick up my kids after work, and then they're like, you know, that's a really good answer. I understand. Like this is the type of way niggas be talking when they be having those conversations, and then they like spitball some bullshit off the top of their head that's not really an answer.
Yeah, we had a meeting a couple weeks back, and the CEO was there, and like they were completely just bullshitting their way through like a perfectly reasonable question, but like it was just the most just, I don't know, like baller fucking way to say like fuck you. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like it's like, well, there's a lot, like a whole thing, standing up and everything. Like, yeah, so this is the whole.
Then he uses some fucking
here.
example with some other completely unrelated shit.
Yeah, and so basically, to answer your question,
we'll look into it.
We'll look at like it's just like that was beautifully put, but you didn't touch on anything I want to talk about. And then they ask you, "Did I answer your question?" And you're just like,
"Bruh, that's."
I'm not gonna be like, "No, you didn't."
I don't want to get fired. But you didn't answer the question.
Oh, what?
Oh, shit. Don't do it.
That's theatrics. I hope all these dancers come out some like Ubisoft conference shit and just start fucking...
Just start getting it, and then
Yeah.
Reggie hops in. That'll be so lit if they all came out dressed as like Mario characters and shit, like Smash
That would
Brothers,
end
and
it
then they just
perfectly.
like
Yeah.
hit a 1-2 shimmy to like
get jiggy with it.
to the fucking Karaoke Village theme.
Yo. Like a club mix. Karaoke Village club mix.
This nigga Reggie get the hit in the footwork. I can't even remember the other two conferences, but I feel like Microsoft still didn't win. I'm gonna give it to Nintendo. Just because I just remember what everybody else talked about in me. Oh, they won.
What?
Before I can even finish saying, they won. We just
What
said
is this?
Reggie's gonna walk out with some. They're not Ubisoft dancers, but it is a whole lot of white women for one black man on stage.
What the fuck?
That's a lot of white women for one black man on stage.
Let's get a bunch of bitches, put them in like the most conservatively skimpy outfits,
And just
and
have
then
them
fucking send them down.
Yeah, go
Check
give
out
a
our
3DS
3D
to
shit.
everybody, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, they won, bro. They won.
You get a 3DS. You get a 3DS. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody else fucked around. Like, they was like, bro, we don't need no glasses for this, bro. If you don't believe us, I bet. Bitches, get these niggas some 3DSs.
I'm gonna rate it by which one I had the best time with.
I would say Sony.
I would say Sony and Xbox. Nintendo was good. Yes, Sony and Xbox, I would say.
Sony and Xbox were fun. They were more fun. This one was a lot more boring, but was a lot more... And like, in terms of gaming,
Right.
this was the best. But in terms of like rewatchability, this is
Which
boring
one
as
showed
fuck.
like Call of Duty and shit?
I want to say Xbox.
That was Xbox, right?
I want to say Xbox. Bruh, niggas start storming to the to the Wii's and the Xboxes. They said, all right, we got hella Wii's up here with the new Zelda. We got bitches all around with
Get in
3DSs,
line.
bruh. Figure that shit out, bruh. I'm out.